Ephesians 5 verse 15 says this, "Be careful how you live. These are difficult days." Boy, isn't that true? "Don't be foolish, but be wise. Make the most of every opportunity you have for doing good." When I read that passage, it made me think about a bunch of lists I've seen lately, lists that say things that happy people do. So I thought I'd create my own list today. This is just my opinion, but I think these are some things that I've learned. I've got 9 things I want to share with you. You might want to get a piece of paper and a pen to write them down. Rewind the video, listen to them again. We're going to go quickly, so here we go. Number 1, look for the good. This morning while we were eating breakfast, I asked Sarah what she was doing. She was staring out the window and she said, "Oh, I'm watching the sunrise and the light come up on the evergreen trees across the street." And I thought, when we're at her aunt's cabin in the mountains or when we're at the ocean, we often get up to go see the sunrise, but the sun rises every day, and most days I don't look for it. I don't even notice it. If you go out at night, you can now see 5 planets in the sky. Very clearly you can see Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn early in the evening. You can go look at that. That's visible in there all the time. Go look for the good. Secondly, guess positively. If you don't know how a situation's going to turn out, or if you're wondering if someone really likes you or dislikes you, why not guess positively? We're so good about guessing negatively, guessing that someone doesn't like us, that they've got something against us, that something bad's going to happen, and we can imagine all those things, but it does us no good. Why not guess positively? Winston Churchill was famous for saying, "The pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, but the optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." I want to be an optimist. I want to think positively. Guess positively. Thinking things will be fine. Number 3, stop comparing. Most of us are ruining our lives, not because our lives are bad, but because they're not the same as everybody else's. That I don't have what someone else has. And those comparisons are ridiculous. You didn't start in the same place. You didn't have the same opportunities as other people. You weren't born at the same time to the same parents. It's ridiculous to compare where you are with someone else. If you want to compare anything, compare yourself now to who you used to be. That's a good comparison. But when we start comparing what we have with what others have, we're only going to make ourselves dissatisfied. Stop comparing. Number 4, be outrageously generous. I underlined the word there, outrageously, because most of us can be generous. We can give some of our leftover time or money or whatever, but it's another thing to give beyond that. And yet, the more you give, the better you will feel. Give your time, give some of your money, give some of your kindness, give some of your love, and do it outrageously. Do it to a big degree and see what happens. I think you'll find that it'll be more happy than just hoarding stuff. By the way, you get bonus points and even more joy if you can do it without telling anyone, Jesus said. Number 5, take the lead in relationships. Do you remember Eeyore from the Winnie the Pooh things? Eeyore always sat around going, "Oh, nobody likes me. Everything is terrible. I'm probably really awful." I know people who do that. I know people who Eeyore themselves. So what good are we doing sitting around thinking that nobody likes us? Go out and start building relationships. You can build the relationship. You don't have to sit around and wait for someone else. Number 6, learn to forgive. Lots of bad things happen in everybody's life. And the fact of the matter is that most of the time, I'm the only one who remembers all the bad things that happened to me, right? The guy who did something bad to me, he doesn't remember it. He doesn't care. I'm the only one carrying the garbage. I know people who've been carrying stuff around for 30 years. Put it down. Forgive. Let it go. Nobody else remembers it but you, and you're just ruining your own life. Learn to forgive. Number 7, find something purposeful to do. There is nothing worse than getting to the end of the day and having done nothing. We always think we want nothing to do, but days of doing nothing are just depressing. Find something positive to do every single day, something purposeful. Number 8, take care of your body. This one's pretty simple, but lots of people don't eat properly. Lots of people don't sleep well. Lots of people don't exercise at all. Boy, get out and walk. Get out and do something. Go to bed early. When your body and your mind is rested, you will respond better to the stresses that you can't do anything about. You can control looking after your body. And lastly, take care of your soul. I appreciate that you're watching these videos. That's a good thing. It's a good start, but we need to continue to focus on God, because God is the one who will bless us. God is the one who's looking after us. We need to nurture that so that we remember. Back in Numbers chapter 6, there's a blessing that the priests used to pray on the people, and it became famous among us too. The blessing goes this way. It says, "The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace." I hope you find that today. I hope you find the blessing of the Lord. I hope you find his graciousness and his peace. And I hope you live a better life today because you're living it intentionally. We need to make sure we're walking well.